Let's start the party.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Hey, lovelies. This is Rhea Bell on Long Live Radio. I'm going to do a random one today. I see people in the chat, which is absolutely fantastic. Let me put a bit of Roots on in the background to play for you. Today, I am going to be showing you, I fell down a rabbit hole this afternoon, and it's about, I've titled it, Who Really Runs the UK? So it's a question, but I'm going to play pieces of video that pieced together a story, and I wanted to share it with you. Some people messaged me and said, are you going to go live? I said, no, maybe not. So, but anyway, I discovered this story. I want to share it with you, and it's regarding who really runs the UK. And I've discovered something. It's a discovery thing, and you're about an hour behind my timeline. So if you're watching this on rewind, I'm just going to play a tune while people get in the chat. I say hi to Steve Astill and Jesus and Night and Day and Fred and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Okay, so this video is about who really runs the UK with a question mark, but I think you're going to find this fascinating, and I've learned stuff and I feel really rather thick that I didn't already know this. If you can hear noise in the background, it's because it's really, really windy. I'm going to play a song while people get in the chat room, and then I'm going to start to proceed with what I'm about to show you, okay? So a quick song, then I'm going to show you some video, and I think you'll find this really interesting. We're going to play a bit of Robin Schulz and Sugar.
In the ceiling, ooh baby, it's the ultimate feeling. You got me lifted, feeling so gifted. Sugar, how you get so fly? Sugar, how you get so fly? Ooh, sugar, how you get so fly? Sugar, how you get so fly? Ooh, sugar, how you get so fly? Sugar with just the right amount of spice. I'm in the loop and everyone's desire. She's out to get you, you can't run, you can't hide. She's something mystical in color lights. I say, so far from typical, but take my advice. Before you play with fire, do think twice. And if you get burned, well baby, don't you be surprised. Lifted, drifting higher than the ceiling. Ooh baby, it's the ultimate feeling. You got me lifted, feeling so gifted. Sugar, how you get so fly?
Now the ultimate power in the universe.
Hey, lovelies. How are you doing? Okay, so we've got some stuff going on. Let me say hello to everybody. Wishfix, Steve, Robbie, Yasus, Wishfix, good to have you around. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Have I missed anybody out? I hate missing people out. I feel always rotten when I miss people out. So here we go. This is how this story started, okay? Let me tell you how I fell down this rabbit hole. And firstly, I am no expert on what I'm about to share with you, okay? So let me put my cards on the table. I was hanging out with somebody yesterday. I was in a studio building a track for Paul Simon's bass player, but that aside, he said to me, do you know the Queen's real name? And I said, I don't have a clue. Windsor? Elizabeth Windsor? He went, no. And he told me the name, right? Or what he felt was the name. And it is Saxa Coburg. No, let me get this written down. I've got this written down. So I come across this name. Where is it? Let me find it here. And it is, this is what he said it was, Saxa Coburg Gotha. Have you ever heard of that before? Those three words together? Saxa Coburg Gotha. So that, I went, okay then. And he sent me a link to a video. So I'm going to share this video with you. I'll bring it up on screen. Name dropper, yeah, was one on it. It was a good time though. He's going to come on and share his story actually from being a young lad in Johannesburg to playing in Madison Square Garden and stuff. Anyway, so that moving on, that's not about this. Let me find the video for you guys if I can do this. No, I'm pushing loads of buttons in the background here. I've just got to find it. Right, here we go. So I'm going to play you a video. I'm going to change the screen. Let me change the screen here. So that was the name, okay? It was, I'll say it again, it was Saxa Coburg Gotha. So that piqued my interest then. Really, check out the Mothers of Darkness Castle. I will do that. All songs in the chat room. If you want to jump in the chat room, you're more than welcome, but you've got to say hello, okay? Only heard of Saxa. Right, here we go. So you're going on an education, so along with my good self as well. So let me bring this up. So I'm taking a clip out of a film here of Saxa Coburg Gotha. It's German. So let me just play you this first and see what you make of this. Let me change the screen. Lots of button pushing today. And I'm going to play you this.
This little boy is called Philip. His full name is Philip Schleswig-Holstein Sonderburg Glucksburg, and he grew up in Germany. He was raised amongst his Nazi in-laws, some of whom later became high-ranking members of the SS. His Nazi relatives then sent him to this school in southern Germany, where he studied for a while under the Nazi curriculum. Philip later recalled that there was much heel-clicking and shouts of Heil Hitler were compulsory. And here's Philip in Darmstadt, in the heart of Germany, in November 1937, attending a family funeral for some of his Nazi in-laws. Marching in front of a Sieg-heiling crowd, this is Philip, next to Christoph, his SS brother-in-law, and Philip, his Nazi stormtrooper brother-in-law. Imagine if a man with a past like this had somehow ended up marrying into British aristocracy. Well, he did. And as we know, he got first prize. He became the Duke of Edinburgh, also known as Prince Philip, after marrying Princess Elizabeth, the future Queen of England.
Like the Queen, like my grandparents, God rest their soul.
Okay, that's video number one. Let me show you video number two. Then I bounce from this one to this one. So check this one out, guys, and you'll get where I am with this, and I'll bring you to my current timeline. Check this one out.
It's a grainy home movie shot in 1933. Playing up for the camera, a young Queen Elizabeth is seen apparently raising a Nazi salute alongside her mother and younger sister dancing around. Her uncle, the future King Edward VIII, does the same. Whether an innocent gesture done in jest, the palace is said to be scrambling to figure out how the film got out, says royal correspondent Roya Nika.
There's been a huge level of concern as to how the
Okay, let me stop that one. That's the crux of that one. So I bounced from the first one that I played you to that one. Then I bounced to this one, so I'll play you this one.
Well, the enemy was my husband's department. I was a problem. What do we do with her?
This little boy is called Philip. His full name is Philip Schleswig-Holstein Sonderburg Glucksburg, and he grew up in Germany. He was raised amongst his Nazi in-laws, some of whom later became high-ranking members of the SS. His Nazi relatives then sent him to this school in southern Germany, where he studied for a while under the Nazi curriculum. Philip later recalled that there was much heel-clicking and shouts of Heil Hitler were compulsory. And here's Philip in Darmstadt, in the heart of Germany, in November 1937, attending a family funeral for some of his Nazi in-laws. Marching in front of a Sieg-heiling crowd, this is Philip, next to Christoph, his SS brother-in-law, and Philip, his Nazi stormtrooper brother-in-law. Imagine if a man with a past like this had somehow ended up marrying into British aristocracy. Well, he did. And as we know, he got first prize. He became the Duke of Edinburgh, also known as Prince Philip, after marrying Princess Elizabeth, the future Queen of England. Philip buried his Nazi past and became a respectable member of British royalty. And his story has continued happily ever after. Apart from a few family troubles that were quickly resolved. In the years before Princess Diana was killed, she told many people that the British establishment was planning to eliminate her.
Oh, of course Diana was bumped off. She knew she was going to be bumped off. But she always said she's not going to make old bones.
Diana had left a note saying that she thought that somebody was going to kill her and that it would be in a car accident.
When a woman left a note saying, FYI, if I'm dead, here's how it's gonna happen, and then it happens exactly like that, I think someone should pay attention.
What if this woman's name had been Diana Smith, and she'd written in a note which had been subsequently unveiled, my husband Charles Smith wants me to die in a car accident, and subsequently she did. In any other family or in any other country, surely Charles Smith would have been called to the witness stand at the inquest into his wife's death.
When you have the head of the British Security Services calmly announcing we have never killed anybody in the last 50 years, I laughed out loud. What's the point of them then? You know, we've all been to James Bond movies, thanks. We know the security services do a lot of dark stuff. So the idea that we're supposed to believe that in 50 years, the British secret agents have never actually killed anyone, I didn't believe it. And so if you don't believe that, where does that leave the rest of the establishment evidence?
Who knows what fate will produce? Who knows what circumstances will provoke?
It's weird that at a time when you know the establishment can think of nothing worse than Dodi Fayed, son of Mohammed, marrying and possibly impregnating Diana, that she's conducting a major international offensive against landmines with all the crippling economic problems that would bring for the British establishment again, and the British government and America. But if you add all these to the mix, then if you were ever going to do something dodgy to Diana, that's the time you would do it.
Right, so I sort of went off on a detour there, but you're getting the idea about the connection. Jane, I know we all know they're German, right? We kind of know that. So then it took me on to the name, which was Saxe Coburg Gotha. So Russell Brand introduces this video. What's the beginning of this video? And he introduces, hear what he says here.
I mean, in England, we have a queen, for fuck's sake. A queen! We have to call her things like Your Majesty. Your Majesty! Like she's all majestic, like an eagle or a mountain. She's just a person, a little old lady in a shiny hat that we paid for. Or Your Highness. What the fuck is that? What, she's high up, above us, at the top of a class pyramid, on a shelf of money with her own face on it? We should be calling her Mrs. Windsor. In fact, that's not even her real name. They changed it in the war to distract us from the inconvenient fact that they were as German as the enemy that teenage boys were being encouraged, conscripted actually, to die fighting. Her actual name is Mrs. Saxe Coburg Gotha. Mrs. Saxe Coburg Gotha? No wonder they fucking changed it. It's the most German thing I've ever heard. She might as well have been called Mrs. Bratwurst Kraut Nazi.
Right, so I got this far, you're getting the idea of the discovery, nothing that new, but then this name, Saxe Coburg Gotha, got in, and then I typed it in, and this is what I came across. The House of Saxe, Coburg and Gotha dynasty. Let me just move that, that's tiny that is. The House of Saxe Coburg Gotha is a German dynasty that ruled the Duchy of Saxe Coburg and Gotha, which was one of the Ernestine duchies. It is a cable branch of Saxon House of Witten, I think it is, Wetlin or Tin, founded by Ernest Anton, the 6th Duke of Saxe Coburg South Sayford, I can't see that, Sayfield. It has been royal house for several European monarchies, right? And look at the next bit. Parent house, House of Wyton. Current heads, Andreas, Prince of Saxe Coburg Gotha. Cabot branches, Windsor, the United Kingdom and the Belgian royal family. Founder Ernest L, Duke of Saxe Coburg Gotha. Current title Emperor of India. Estates Saxe Coburg Gotha, Belgium, Portugal, Bulgaria and the United Kingdom. So there you go, guys. I wanted to bring that to your attention. The House of Saxe Coburg Gotha dynasty. What do you know about them? So then we go into here. You make it, I can't really use it as a point of reference, but then you've got a whole spiel on the history of what these people are running. So what do you think, guys? Put it in the chat so I can get educated as well. I'm guessing you guys know all about this anyway. So let's put a bit of roots on in the background. I found it absolutely fascinating to discover these 3 words that I'd never heard together, and those 3 words being Saxe Coburg Gotha. So do you guys know about all this stuff? Did you already know about Saxe Coburg Gotha and the fact that they got their fingers into Portugal, Bulgaria, the UK? Did you already know this? Okay, so we've got general statements. House of Criminal... okay, I'm just reading through your comments. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is Ria Bell on Long Live Radio. I sort of ended up going down a rabbit hole because my friend has said to me, do you know the Queen's real name? Yesterday. And I said, stupidly, ignorantly, Elizabeth Windsor. And of course he said no, and he sent me a link, and down the rabbit hole I went. So you guys, do you know Saxe Coburg Gotha? Have you heard of that before? Do you know that they're in the UK, Belgian monarchy, Emperor of India, Portugal? Did you know all that stuff? Let me know, guys. It's the first thing they do. Right, that's out of context. So I'm just taking comments for those on audio, guys. Royalty, one of the largest secret supporters of inbreeding. Okay. Frank Feeney. Hey, Frank Feeney, how are you doing? I have always loved Diana. However, her diligence with Islam and the implications long term are just too unpalatable to stomach. Islam is a Papist Jewish construction wake up people. Okay, so it wasn't so much about. I want to know, guys, am I just so behind the curve about Saxa Coburg Gotha? Did you already know about that stuff? Ria, if you keep digging, darling, you'll discover the British and European royals were also related to the Russians. I kind of knew that. Assassinated in... Right, okay, Prince Philip is well dodgy. Lovely. What about Freemasonry? That's gone. Stalin, Trotsky, Lenin, Marxism. There's a load more in that. God, I can't keep up with these. It goes back to the Illuminati, says Phoebe. Hey, Phoebe. Hey, Hilton. Hey, Stan. Yep, bloodlines earliest to Nepal. I need my glasses. Hold it. Yeah, I've just discovered this, right? So I'm just feeling really late on the curve. Saxa Coburg Gotha. There it is, guys. I'm going to say it again to drum it in. Saxa Coburg Gotha dynasty. And it's even got the coat of arms that the British royalty use. Yeah, I know. I'm 53. I know. They changed their name to Windsor after the Second World War because of German links. Saxa Coburg Gotha, of course, I know about the name. See Prince Albert. Oh, okay. All right, Frank, thank you. Jane Austen. I think David Icke did research about this. Then when I was in high school 30 years ago. I'm 30 years behind the curve. Oh no, some of us knew, says Noddy. Hey Noddy, Joy, I've missed all of this. Major agony today. Oh Joy, I hope you're okay. Phoebe Long, all Commonwealth countries need to dump them ASAP. Jonic, evening all, nice weather out there. Good, so okay, so simply my ignorance has shone through, but I thought I'd share this with you because I'd never heard of Saxa Coburg Gotha. This is new to me, you know, and we know what we know, right? I had no clue about them. I knew that, you know, I knew the royal family had German connections, but I didn't know that it was that early in the generation. I didn't know, like, Prince Philip, the Duke of York, was brought up in like a Nazi school. I didn't know that. And there's sort of video footage there, isn't there? And so big learning curve, right? For me, at least. And I'm just singing to the choir here, aren't I? Because you guys already know. House of Hanover, there's another one. Look, Wish Fix is Prince Sophie's of Liechtenstein. I've been there. Is Princess Sophie of Liechtenstein our true queen? Says Witch Fix. I don't know. It was Lord Mountbatten who came up with the concept of House of Windsor. There you go, guys. I've just learned something else. Stan says there's a lot. Yes, we knew, but it's different now as the Great Awakening has become. Says no way. Hey, Nanon. LCB Prince. Prince Charles related to Vlad the Impaler. Oh my God, what a fast history lesson. Not ignorant, just too many rabbit holes for one person to know. Yeah, maybe. I just never heard of that House of Dynasty. One flew over the... Think they're true royalty living in Australia. Wow. WL. The older ones amongst us have known for years. It was part of history school lessons. Was it? WL. So when you was in school, when you was a kid, did they show you stuff like that, did they? Frank Fernie, 2 Philip's sisters were married to Nancy High Brass. LCB, it's the Duke of York still flying around with Jeffrey Epstein. Don't know. Joy, I don't follow the royal family at all. Never heard of it. Same as my mum kind of likes the royals. She's not a royalist, but it's kind of, the royals, that kind of thing. So I've got to give her the news when I see her next. Jonic, my heritage is French. Maybe that's why I like cheese so much. I'm a French. Hey Fred in D Live, thank you for going to D Live. I can see you but others can't, but I can see you, Fred. Thanks for joining us. What else have we got? Mountbatten blew up the boat and had a young boy aboard. Wow. One flew over the cuckoo's nest. Look at the picture of the royal in the First World War. English, German, Russia all took the same. Sean Sim, IRA sorted the traitors out. I've got that out of context, guys. Stan says, even linked with elite Eastern bloodlines. I kind of knew the Russian thing as well. Hey Mark, how you doing? Hello. So for those just joining us, this is Rehoboam Long Live Radio. I've discovered this thing. I kind of knew the royals had German blood, but I didn't know it was as close as I thought it went back generations. We've got people in the chat saying, hey look, we learnt it in school. Right, cool. And I learnt the House dynasty, which is called, let me bring it back up again, Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. So anybody listening or you've just tuned in, check out, type in Saxe-Coburg-Gotha, and that's what this video or audio has been about, guys. Night and Day Rhea, I'm guessing you bunks off a lot of school in the day. They didn't teach that stuff in school. No, they didn't. No, it didn't, but, well, maybe a bit, but not that much. Not enough to go, okay, Prince Philip was brought up and schooled in Nazi Germany by Nazis around him. I didn't know that. Ask Hugh, says Robbie. If I knew him, I would. Peyton Smith. How you doing, Peyton? Okay. I really had no idea of all of this either. It definitely fits with what I have heard bits and pieces of. Very good presentation. Oh, thank you for the compliment, Python, but I'm not sure it was really good. This is me. I've literally just come across this. I was hanging with somebody. He said, what's the Queen's real name? I did the obvious and went, well, I don't know, Elizabeth Windsor. Super stupid thick, you know. And he said no, and he sent me a link, and then down the rabbit hole I went, you know, and that's what happened. I got some messages saying, are you going on live? I went, not really. Then I ended up falling down this rabbit hole, and then I thought, okay, I'm going to share it with you guys to see who knows about it. And it turns out most of you know about it anyway. So I didn't want to waste your time, guys. I just didn't know whether you knew about that Saxe-Coburg-Gotha House dynasty. I want to know more about this thing because it feels like I'm quite close to something that I know very little about. So Stan Urick, no, they didn't teach it anyway. In fact, they tried to hide most of it, says Stan. Wishfix, Mountbatten was a paedophile. 50 cops have been arrested for paedophilia, haven't they? That news is today. 50 cops arrested, and I'm not sure how many have charged. 50 UK cops been arrested for paedophilia. Why are you... An unsavoury topic, that is. I'm just reading them out. God damn it. I love God damn it name. Lord Mountbatten and one of his twins. Oh, it moved. Oh, God, it's gone. First twin, Nicola, 14, and Paul Maxwell, 15. A local employed as boat boy were killed. I can't keep up with the chat. Hey, Phoebes. Frank, Queen Victoria always... I don't know any of this stuff. Oh, my God. Thickness. WL, yeah, we were taught about it, but I am a lot older than you. The effects of World War II are still with us back then. We've got Remembrance Sunday, haven't we, which was World War I on Sunday. Stuart Walker at Rhea. It is strange that Jesus was crucified in a place called Golgotha. Interesting. Hey Powder, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. God damn it, same in Ireland. Not as many, but there is one on trial. What's on trial? Phoebe says we didn't learn much about this either, just the glorious stuff. Same Phoebe, same. Canadians love to suck up to the monarchy. Totally, absolutely. Sean Sim, wonder how many were Muslims out of the 50. Don't know, they didn't do any names. Tommy PayPal got cut. I was going to do that as a story, but everybody knows about it, don't they? It's like everywhere. But if you didn't know, if you're just joining us, PayPal have banned Tommy Robinson, saying it was a political statement. It's technocracy at work, isn't it? That's what it is. Big tech forming the technocracy. The tech overlords have made decisions and banned Tommy Robinson from PayPal. That's quite a big hit for him, I think. So that's going to take some getting over that, I must say. Stuart Walker, it's all down to bloodlines, most definitely. I agree with that, Stuart, definitely. A lot of Anglophiles here. Okay. Powder, hi Rhea. Good, and hope you are. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Powder. Mark Jackson, my grandfather served in World War II. Stuck with him. Dad, Nam, stuck with him. Me, Iraq sticks with me. Okay. Post-traumatic stress syndrome and all that kind of thing, Mark. I don't know. Davis Yates, isn't Maxine Waters and Nancy Pelosi related to the royal bloodline? Big smiley faces. Sean, first I heard of the bacon bashing. Okay. WL, they are trying to close Tommy Robinson's MasterCard account. No. They're going to cut him off, or they're going to try and cut him off at the knees, aren't they? Maybe he needs some help with blockchain and crypto. I could help him with that if you needed that. Noddy, you will end up so deep in this rabbit hole. You could have a whole radio show uncovering stuff. I could, but I sort of need people that know, not me that's just discovering. I think it's quite nice to share the discovery with you guys. You'll cut me the slack for my ignorance, you know. But to uncover it, I need people that know what there are. Because I'm like a school child. I'm wide-eyed going, oh my God, tell me more, tell me more. I would be in that position, do you know what I mean? Powder, hi Night and Day. What else have we got? Night and Day, hey Powder. Trump is related to Hillary, says, God damn it. Both related to English royalty. Okay, Noddy. 13 bloodlines are the one who are known as the cable. So Noddy says, hey Noddy, thanks for doing what you do. 13 bloodlines are the ones who are known as the cable. There's a whole thing there. I don't know anything about it. LBC, you've got MK Ultra victims and the music industry, LCB UK. I've got to look at that, my friend. LCB, I know you dropped a link in. I can't read these quick enough. Jesus Gonzalez, the Hugh Coast to Coast. Frank Frenzy, nor do they tell us that Nazi Germany didn't invade Austria. There was an election and 98.5% voted for Austro-German unification. Very interesting. Robbie says, Robbie Crofwell, Queen's sister Margaret used to knock about with the Stones. I sort of knew that, Robbie, a little bit. I knew that. At Ria Bow, hey Powder, have you seen Flora is turned upside down over votes showing up out of the blue? No, I didn't know that. There you go, guys, there's some news. Florida's in turmoil because they've just found some votes. That's from Powder. I'll leave you if you want to tell them where you are, Powder. Wish Fix, hello Mark. LCB, Prince Charles related to Vlad the Impaler. I don't know much about Vlad the Impaler. Just your obvious superficial stuff. Do you know what I mean? Wish Fix, Black Mobility. Mark, I don't recognise royalty. The toilet paper breaks for all of us. Night and Day Rhea, you may not know much about the royals, but you sure do know a lot of other stuff which you often share with us. You're a star. Oh, you're very kind. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Python, you are not ignorant, Rhea. Well, I'm ignorant on this subject, aren't I? Do you know what I mean? I kind of am. I walked right into one yesterday. It was all cool, you know, but of course then I go, what's this? I've got to try and remember the 3 words. What's this Saxe-Coburg Gotha dynasty? And something else, right, guys, while you're in the know, many minds are better than one. In that, as I typed it in the Google Gods thing, it said the title was the Emperor of India. Let me read that again to you. Let me bring that up because this has got me intrigued as well. So in this, I haven't gone into the Wikipedia thing for whatever that's worth. Title. So House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha dynasty. Title Emperor of India. And in the bag, it looks as though this part of the house dynasty of Saxe-Coburg Gotha is Belgium, Portugal, Bulgaria and the United Kingdom. But it says title Emperor of India. Do you guys know about that? Do you know about the Emperor of India? Vlad the Impaler, pronounced by Phoebe, pronounced K-U, Ballria. K-U, yeah, I don't really understand that, Phoebe, sorry. Bear with me here. Stan Urich, the victor gets to write the official supporting narrative. No, I get that. Wish Fix, Android Dorsey. Arnold Dorsey, I don't know who that is. You guys are a wee bit older than me, right, and know this history stuff better than I do. I just need to get educated on it. That's where I am with it. Mark Jackson, Frank, you make a good point. Where's Frank's one? The Queen Mother was the last Emperor of India. I didn't know that. Did I know that? Well, we had the Raj, didn't we? But I didn't know that it was that close to our generation, as it were. A Zombie Nomad. Hey, Zombie Nomads. Ria Bow. Look at this photo when you can. It's Enda Kenny, previous Irish PM, and his main rival sharing a Masonic handshake. RTE report. God, I haven't heard RTE for ages. Kissing in the background, really? Oh no, this is a huge rabbit hole, isn't it? Oh, I'm falling down a rabbit hole of stuff I just know little about. Some of the stuff you're saying kind of resonates, but I just don't know enough. So who do you know? Do you only know anybody who's an expert on this and wants to come on live and educate me, and maybe a few others watching? I don't know. It would be absolutely fascinating, I think. I don't want it to be a hate piece, though. Just put that out. I don't want it to be dark. Just, this is what I've got. This is what I know. Bloody blah. So it's easy to be around, but informative and educational, but not dark. What else have we got? God damn it. Both reporters kissing. Okay. LCB, does the Queen cousin... I missed that. Belgium committed the worst atrocities ever in the Belgian Congo in Africa. I knew about that, Frank. I knew about that bit. No details, but I knew that event happened. Stan Uric, royals tend to have many illegitimate children. Kind of, yeah, I definitely know that. Yeah, now, just in case the bloodlines are in danger, I know that they were doing, some might die, some might not work out, and I sort of knew that. That's been going on for generations, isn't it? Breed plenty sort of thing. Powder at Ria, I am from southeast Texas. Lots of signs of screaming. They want the Democrat Brenda Snipes out of Florida. Marco Rubio speaking out against her. So they didn't find extra Democrat votes, Powder. They found extra Republican votes. Is that right? Am I understanding that correctly? Don't know. Hidden hand of Harry Masonic vid. Loads of stuff. Oh my God, what have I opened up? Right, let me take a break. I'm going to play you a song while I sort of read your... keep the comments coming, because people can still read them. Obviously, those on audio can't. If you're just joining us, guys, this is Ria Bow on Long Live Radio. Fell down a rabbit hole. And I yeah, what do you say? I've got a whole bunch of stuff to learn. I kind of knew the generalizations if I was in a conversation and going, yeah, no, that, you know, the royal families are connected to Germany, bloody, but I didn't have any more than that. Do you know what I mean? I just didn't have any more than that. That was the situation. So I need a massive education. So if you know any experts, or not experts, but somebody that's cool and sort of passive, not aggressive, that would like to come on and do a show with me and educate me and maybe a few others, I would really appreciate that, and I would really enjoy learning it as well. What else have we got? Let me play you a song. I'm going to read your comments, okay, you lovelies. Bogan Broom, hi. Steve P, hi. Is there anybody I haven't said hello to? Mark, God damn it, Yasus. Love your comments, guys. Love your comments. Let's pull down a groove. I'm going to play a bit of Lady Alabellum, Need to Know.
Today's hits and all-time favorites.
My fellow Americans, in tough economic times like these, you should not go to Las Vegas and blow all your cash to have fun. Come to where the real action is. Washington, D.C. Why pull a lever on a slot machine when you can take a chance and roll the dice on 1/6 of the economy with national health care? Double down on stimulus spending and win big money for your friends back home. Or if you're a really high roller like me, scare the banks and raise taxes right in the middle of a recession. Come on, 7. Crapped out again. But believe me, you can't lose when you're playing with other people's money. Give me another choice. Make that 2. And they have great accommodations and food. You can have Kobe beef every night if you want. And when you leave Washington, they comp you with a fat pension and health care that's out of this world.
Travel provided by Pelosi Airlines. Catch an all-you-can-drink flight anytime you like, 24/7.
So what are you waiting for? Come to where the real action is. Washington, D.C. And leave Las Vegas behind.
New from Class Envy Productions, the people who brought you Obamacare, Cleopatra Obama, and Barry's got a brand new stash. An all-new exploitation picture starring Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, and a cast of millions and millions of unemployed Americans who all got the shaft.
Members of Congress and my fellow Americans, while on vacation, working on my new jobs plan, I realize there are steps we can take right now to improve people's lives. But I want to continue to build roads and bridges, protect union jobs, and pay people to sit at home for another year. And every proposal I've laid out will be paid for by our children. There is the man who never had any other plan except the damn right. He's the cat who won't slow down when the country's going south. From the shout. Can you dig it? You see, this cat Barry is one dumb mother.
Shut your mouth.
I'm just talking about Obama.
Oh, okay.
He's not a complicated man, but nobody understands him but his woman.
Michelle.
Barack! Barack!
You didn't eat the apples in your Happy Meal, but I don't want to.
The Shaft, now playing in an economy near you.
You're damn right.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Hey, people, we're back. This is Rhea Bell on Long Live Radio. I hope you're having a lovely day. I love those adverts. Don't you just love those adverts? I absolutely love those adverts. So just to round up, I've been on a learning curve here today, and I've been learning about something, if you're just joining us, called Saxe Coburg Gotha. Saxe spelled S-A-X-E. Coburg, C-O-B-U-R-G, Gotha, G-O-T-H-A, and it's a dynasty, and it looks as though they're way more powerful, and it looks as though they might be running something, if not the UK, Belgium, and I don't know, however many are. Saxe Coburg Gotha. Wow, it's pretty big stuff to learn. There's a lot to learn. So we've got someone in the chat there's a few people in the chat. Frank Fernie, get your lovely self on here live and learn me up, educate me. That would be lovely. And Stan, and there's loads of you on there. Would be great to throw it around, and just bat it around for me to learn. So if nothing else, it would be good fun. Do you know what I mean? That would be so cool. What else have we got? Mark Jackson, Rhea. I meant to mention I would offer myself as a moderator for you. Done a lot of it. Okay, Mark, definitely. You've got to get in the chat room to do that, though, my darling. Because there's a separate chat that moderators and show hosts use to stay in touch with what's going on and stay on top of things. But thank you for offering. I love you to bits. Steve Pitts, why royalty change their name? Totally. We know that. I've got sort of generalizations, That's all I've got. I've got generalizations and not a lot more. And myself, like yourselves, we realise how important history is, and to get a sort of balanced view from a few different people would be, well, for one, really useful. I've got to say myself, I love Paul Shankling. Paradise, okay, love now. Frank's a commie, whatever. Stan, yeah, as long as they're cool, that's what it is. what else have we got? So that is how I ended up. So we start to round this out unless you want to hang out some more, right? So that is what happened yesterday. I'm in the studio, I'm doing this tune, and one of the guys in there, super talented guy by the way, said, do you know the Queen's name, real name? And I said, stupidly, right, ignorantly, Elizabeth Windsor, isn't it? No. Sends me a link. I'm down a rabbit hole. Do you know what I mean? I am just fully just gone down this thing, and I stopped when I got to the 3 names and went, oh right, so I need some private time. I need to get clued up, and I need to learn about Saxe Coburg Gotha. So that when I leave here, when I've got some time to myself, I will be learning about Saxe Coburg Gotha, there's no doubt about it. But I'll share another. Is anybody in here listening on a half decent hi-fi? I'll tell you another story that stems from this, although it is completely different. But it's quite a nice story, you know. Phoebe says, Ria, watch the YouTube video called The Truth About the Royal Family. I've been watching a few of them, but Saxe Coburg Gotha didn't jump out at me, and then it didn't jump out at me. I watched some of those, you know, like we do, but Saxe Coburg Gotha just didn't jump out, and I didn't have the tie between Saxe Coburg Gotha dynasty and India, Portugal, Bulgaria, the UK. I didn't know any of that stuff, and I didn't know this thing that on the surface where I am right now looks as though it's all connected, and I don't know diddly squat about it, but there's like loads of lovelies out there that know about it. So do you know what I mean? Educate me. I'm not going to go out there on stuff that I don't know about, and I don't know about it, right? So I'm sort of going, whoa, this is, you could understand that if someone didn't know, right, and you come across this Saxe Coburg Gotha, it's pretty big stuff, isn't it? I think it's pretty big. I can only say how I feel, and it feels like pretty big stuff. Stop watching the telly. I don't watch telly, Jill. And so yeah, it feels like big stuff that I know nothing about. That's what it is. That's just all it is. I napped with Kenny Pick. Perfect. Says, no way. What else? Is Bullrock in here, is he? Hey, Bullrock, how you doing? Just got back from Brittany Venti and today's instalment of PG-13. Okay, yeah, that's sort of pretty different thing. Okay, though, Bullrock, no worries. Phoebe Long, I will start doing some research and see what I can find. Phoebes, will you help me with it, darling? And we can sort of discover it together. Might be a fun journey. And then if I can get some people in that, like whoever in the chat that's in the know, just would be fantastic. Guys, you lovelies out there, get in my chat room. You'll find the links below the video. You'll be welcomed, but you got to say hello. Anybody that drops in and doesn't say hello, you're out, okay? It's just as simple as that. But you have to wait 10 minutes before you can type anything, but someone will get in touch with you. I'll open a channel on it, and then we can do this learning exercise together. Would be just absolutely wonderful for me. I would just love that and get some sort of reality, as it were. Bullrock's laughing at me. Nothing new there. What was it? These creatures operate in eons. They do. Yeah, no, I get that. I knew it. LCB, hey Ria, YouTube Prince Charles is related to Count Dracula. Love it. That's the thing, it's what's myth and what is real, and you know, it's absolutely nuts. Phoebe says absolutely. Thank you, Phoebe, you're a star. Carved. Jill says if you want to get rid of monarchy, you are a communist. Read Alexander, can't really say that, Solzhenitsyn. I had a sort of Russian-y bit on the ends. It sort of made it sound authentic, although I said it probably completely wrong. I knew it well. So we got, hey Davis, how you doing? Northern California checking in. Leopold's only daughter, Prince Charlotte of Belgium, was the consort of Maximilian of Mexico. Wow. And she was known as Empress Charlotte of Mexico in the 1860s. Davis, are we saying that I keep forgetting the flipping name. What's it called? It's called, let me bring it up. I need to have it up permanently. Are we saying Saxe-Coburg Gotha dynasty have got their fingers in Mexico as well? Is that what that implies? Would you, darling, just put that in there for me so I can learn that as well? Saxe-Coburg Gotha could be running the whole show. I don't know, you know. Noddy says, anyone who has been following Q needs to look up into Post 100. I need a Q specialist to come on. Still haven't found a Q specialist either that can give us the sort of the chatter in the background. Would be very cool, I must say. Davis Yates. Oh right, so oh wow, that's huge. So this thing that I've just sort of discovered called Saxe-Coburg Gotha appears to be running what looks like a fair chunk of the world. Would I be right in saying that? I think I would, wouldn't I? Well, not a fair chunk, but UK, Belgium, Bulgaria, India and Mexico. That's a bit of a chunk, isn't it? That's why I'm a mod. Right, okay, right, bear with me a minute. If you jump in the chat room, Mark, we'll mod that thing up. What else have we got? Mark Jackson. Jill Kuzik, I know, I've spotted that, my darling. No mods. No one is seeing this. No, we've already spotted it, my darling. It's all cool. If they're cool, that's cool. It's all cool. That's why I'm a mod. Yeah, totally. People, the mod spotted it ages ago, actually. But it's all cool, you know, each their own. I'm a big fan of freedom of speech, you know, and the only thing that I see as hate speech is the quelling of freedom of speech. So I do the same old thing, Mark. Either someone's cool or they're not. That's it. It's a really nice, simple way that I deal with things. That's how I deal with it, you know. It just gets all the complications out the way and makes things easy and comfortable to be around. I knew it. Says Trump is going after the pedos, which is how they control the world, so who knows. Yeah, Saxe-Coburg Gotha, are they running the joint, do you think? I wonder. Powder says Wiki has lots of links on the bloodlines and how this came about. The House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. Yeah, no, I've been in there. That's where I sort of ended up, Powder. And then I pulled back out, realised how mammoth the task is. This wasn't like an afternoon's reading. This is going to take time for me to absorb it. So at the minute, I'm just getting my head around Saxe-Coburg Gotha. Are they running the joint? Are they running the UN? Are they running the world? Are they just running Mexico, England, Portugal, Bulgaria and India? What's this is, to me, this is huge, you know. And then obviously because you got Saxe-Coburg Gotha, I caught on the American Intelligence Media YouTube channel, which I think they're fabulous, I've got to say. Big up. If you don't know that, I know you know them, you lot here, but if you don't know them, American Intelligence Media, and they did a video and it was on Serco, the company Serco and the connection to the royal family. In turn, the royal family is connected to Saxe-Coburg Gotha. So just, the plot thickens, you know. I knew it. They rebranded every few centuries. That will be the royalty, I think, in context. Powder says, looks like they really scrambled up people together to confuse on their bloodlines. Totally, absolutely, I think so. Stan, I knew it. Half the world to tell the other half. Too scared to believe. No, I'm open-minded. I'm cool with that. Bullrock, Freemasonry is only a part. There was a good comment on that, actually, a few weeks ago with Hike, the host who comes on and broadcasts out from Northern California. That was sorry, I can't clear my throat. They there were some good comments on that. I've never heard that one, Steve P. That's funny. What does Steve P say? Where's it gone? Steve P, I can't see it. I knew it. Edit. Half the world too scared to tell and the other half too scared to believe. I get that. Bullrock, follow the finances and follow the censorship. Totally. I'll tell you who's been down this rabbit hole and loves this kind of rabbit hole. And if he probably already knows about all this stuff. It's Little Grey Cells, it's Seamus. Man, if he hasn't, which I doubt very much, this is the kind of rabbit hole that he would get his teeth into, you know, and absolutely love it. And you wouldn't see him for weeks on end. It'd just disappear. He'd be a great researcher for a Q site somewhere, definitely. Phoebe Long says, royal family are at the top of the heap of Freemasons. Statement from Phoebes. Night and day, Stan the name Knight in English history. Right, okay, that's a personal thing. God damn it, Balrock. Right, let's play up another tune. I'll tell you what I'll do. You keep your comments going, keep this subject going, but I'm going to caveat off into my day in the studio with a friend yesterday while I build this tune for somebody, right? So we're looking for a top-end vocalist for this song, which we don't have. And it is coming along lovely. Now we've got this going around great with BK. So I reached out to a friend I haven't spoken to in some time, and they live in Holland. They run a studio in Holland, and they've just got the best stuff and the most knowledge on recording. We worked together for a little while some years ago, and I said to him, I said, look, we're looking for a vocalist. We're looking to get a really great vocal on this track. Can you help us out? What gear are you using? And he explained what he was using, and my eyes nearly popped out of my head, the gear that he's using, you know, and how good he is with this. So I've got a recording that he sent me over as a point of reference to what kind of vocal quality he's getting out of the studio. Are you guys interested in this? But this was all part of my day yesterday, as well as working out this dynasty's name as well. So he sent me over a recording as a reference. I said, what's on it? So he's got one microphone on it. So it's a 4-piece band that I'm about to play you. Okay, I won't go into the name right now. And he's got the lead vocals using a Neumann U47 with a matching preamp. Bit nerdy. On the steel guitar is using what would be considered a priceless RCA, and I think originals are pretty priceless. Ribbon mic. They've got right, I won't go into it because it's a bit too nerdy, but he sent me over a point of reference to a vocal. Right, is there anybody out there right now that's got either a pretty decent set of headphones on, a half decent hi-fi, or something to listen to this on? Because otherwise it's completely wasted. You need a half decent system to be able to listen to this. I'll take some comments. Let me know if this is worth playing to you or not, because I just don't know whether you'll appreciate this or whether you can hear it or not, because this is good stuff. This is as good as it gets stuff in the recording world. The best gear with the best geeks running it. LCB Ria, click the link of Prince Charles admitting to being related to Count Dracula. Wow. Vlad the Impaler's. See, I don't know anything about that. Only a 50-second. Oh, I'm happy to watch it if I've got the time. Joy Ambrose, I do vocals, Ria. Yeah, your husband got in touch with me. He's going to send me a recording, Joy, which I'm looking forward to hearing. So I'm going to play you something in a minute. Let's see what's going on. What else have we got? Let's have a look. Do vocals. Joss has yet to send you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't get. Sorry, Joy. Yeah, no, we're talking about it, Joy. I'll play it for. I'm going to play you something really special in a minute. It's just I just don't want to waste it on someone listening on a mobile phone. I got the Boss speakers pumping, says Steve P. You're in for a treat then, my darling. He's painted doing the same thing a lot. The leaders. Slavery never ended up. Right, I'm going to give you the first listen to this. So this studio, okay, this is diversing it. So if you got a decent system, get it plugged in now. This is a treat I'm about to play you. So I spoke to him. The studio is about 150 k's southeast of Amsterdam in Holland. I've known him for years, you know, and he's a proper sound engineering nerd. I'm talking proper, you know. It's mega stuff going on, and it's all vintage, pretty priceless gear. So I got chatting with him. So I'm give it, girl, says Steve P. Here it comes. You ready? Right. So this is what he sent me as a point, because he wants to hustle in on the action, right? He knows it's Paul Simon's bass player that I'm working with. Bloody blah. So here it is. It's called Ellis Springs, and I think this is probably one of the most intimate recordings on the best gear you're ever going to hear, okay? Ellis Springs. Check this out. This is super, super lovely.
Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. And as we walk down this unfamiliar road, something's got a hold on me. There are so many things I wouldn't be without you. So many things I've ever dreamed with you. If only for a little while, only for a little while. You should know you make me shine and smile. Take me back to the day we've met. I'll never forget the way it felt. And as we walk down this unfamiliar road, well, something's got a hold on me. There are so many things I wouldn't be without you. So many things I've ever dreamed with you. If only for a little while, only for a little while. You should know you make me shine and smile. Seems to me as time goes by, perspective changes, and that is why I love you more each and every day. And though we fear our long goodbye, this road won't end for you and I'll be around. Just close your as we walk down this unfamiliar road.
How lovely is that? And they're called Ellis Springs, and it was recorded in a friend's studio just outside Amsterdam. That is so intimate. I mean, I'm in a studio, so I'm hearing it really well, but how wonderful is that? Dutch outfit, live, with the right stuff, with the right people doing it. It's just knockout, just absolutely knockout. Right, guys, I thought I'd wind it down there. That's probably, how long have we done? Let's have a look. We've done an hour. An hour's enough, right? Unless you want to hang out and check this out, okay? Critical Theory, Bullrocks. Easy with the big words, Bullrock. Bullrock's going to be on Sunday on Long Live Radio. Joy, that was lovely, Rhea. It was lovely, wasn't it, Joy? Really lovely. Rhea, you know you're listening to a quality recording when you can actually hear the artist's fingers. Totally. Yeah, if you was looking to invest money and you was looking for a portfolio, you would have a few of those microphones in, because one of them, the price is just going through the roof. The vocal mic is going to set you back about 10k. The one on the guitar, they say, is priceless. So it's a bit nerdy, but a beautiful, beautiful recording. Crap, says Phoebe, buffering in the middle of the song. Oh, Phoebes, I'll play it another day for you. You know, it's a beautiful recording. It really, really is a beautiful recording. Stuart Walker, it was beautiful. Could do with the acoustic bass, perhaps. Maybe it's a 4-piece outfit playing live. Bullrock says, please use my Patreon money for New Glock. I will, sweetie. I'll start saving up, okay? I'll start saving up. If you guys want to help me out this end, go to Patreon/RiaBo. It would be well appreciated, I can tell you. What else have we got? Respect the Water. Totally, says Steve P. On the point, support Long Live Radio on Patreon. Oh yeah, totally. We could really do with that. Stan Uric, but why put effort into music when there's auto-tune? You've missed the point altogether. You've missed. I'll play you another piece that you sent me, because I pulled into question what he was using on the instruments. I said, you got an old 67? He went, yeah. I said, can you send me a recording of an instrument with a 67? And he sent me this. Check this out. This is quite short. This is a minute long, but this is to demonstrate a bone dry 67. Beautiful thing. Check this out. Do you feel more musically cultured? Good test for the headphones. Mate, that is a bone dry old 50s 67. Just a beautiful things, you know. All right, I'll play you a tune. Let's see where I go from there and whether I'm going to stay on or not, because it's getting really, really windy here. I want to play you something old. I'm just feeling that old thing, you know. I'm going to play you some Duke Ellington. Here's some Duke Ellington, guys. Enjoy.
now the ultimate power in the universe.
Hey, we're back. That's lovely music, says Phoebes. That's going to give you a sample of what I'm going to be playing on Boxing Day. We're going to be doing a musical journey and what goes with it, what was going on in that time event, with your help, of course, because you co-host this as much as I do. So we're going to be taking a story, a walk back through time, playing some real crackers, you know, just knock it out the park, massive statements of their time, and that Duke Ellington track was one of them. Absolutely wonderful. And the tune that I played you as a reference point for Good Gear, they were called Ellis Springs. Check them out. 4-piece from Holland. You can hear it in her accent. Right, guys, I'm going to chuck the towel in. I want to say goodbye. I'm trying to think what to play you out with. Something a bit more up to date maybe, and I think I'm going to go with, and I can check the recording quality as well. I hope you've had a good time. If you are just joining us, which is a bit odd, today has been learning about Saxo Coburg Gotha. Saxo Coburg Gotha, the dynasty. That's what today was about, and I ended up going off on one a bit, but I hope you enjoyed that. I love me some Andrews Sisters. Yeah, we'll be playing some of that, Stan, for sure. Joy Ambra, one of my favourite songs, Autumn by Justin Hayward. Lovely song, Joy, absolutely lovely, isn't it? Why doesn't Putin drop bombs near Israel? What? I don't know. I hope he doesn't. If you mean why doesn't he drop bombs near me, I certainly hope not. Makes me think about the 1940s. Totally, Phoebes. That's what the journey is about, that I'm going to attempt to do on Boxing Day. That's the whole idea. But we'll play you out because we're doing oldies. Let's play you another oldie. Ria, thank you. You're welcome, guys. I'm going to play you out with some Platters, Only You, just to... I love this tune, you know. I love music so much. Enjoy this, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow on American Hook Radio, which is 2 till 4 Central Standard in America, 8 p.m. UK. And we'll be doing Sunday Long Live as normal. But enjoy. Drop a few coppers in /Ria Bow on Patreon. I'm going to play you some Platters, guys. Enjoy this.
The Platters.
Only you can make all this world seem right. Only you can make the darkness bright. Only and you alone can thrill me like you do, and to fill my heart with love for only you. Only you can to make all this change in me, for it's true, you are my destiny. When you hold my hand, I understand the magic that you do. You're my dream.